Hi, I'm Crystal Hyde, the chef de cuisine of Bonterra, Calgary. Normally, that's where I am, but I'm actually over here at Cibo 17th, getting a bunch of pasta made and getting pasta kits ready for you guys to try at home. So today we're going to do a little ricotta gnocchi with a trapanese. Trapanese is a Sicilian-style pesto made with tomatoes, almonds, basil, mint. I put a little bit of chili and there's garlic in there and olive oil. Usually you put cheese in it, but I'm leaving the cheese out so we keep it vegetarian and vegan safe, obviously, but the gnocchi is not vegan. So if you want to substitute it for a celiac pasta or a dry pasta, you're more than welcome to use the sauce for that, but it works great with the gnocchi. So in your kit, you're going to get 500 grams of ricotta gnocchi with a little nutmeg and orange zest in it. And then what we do is we sort of just cut the dough into pieces, and then we're going to roll the dough out very gently. You have your fingers kind of spread out a bit. That way you're not applying too much pressure and you're allowing the dough to just roll out naturally without tearing or ripping. And for the width, so I like to go about just over half a centimeter widthwise, but this is one of those things where you can choose how big you want it. Obviously you don't want to have a gnocchi that's too big, but if you want to have it a little bit bigger than this, or even a centimeter, 1 centimeter width, then we can do that. But I usually like about this thickness. So a couple different ways to cut it. We can cut the gnocchi into just little pieces. You can cut the gnocchi diagonally, so we have little diamonds. And we can also roll the gnocchi. So if you have one of these little wooden pasta rollers, gnocchi rollers, I like to hold it in my left hand, and I take the cut part, I place down, a little bit of pressure, and roll. And then you get your little grooves which help pick up the sauce. So you don't have to roll your gnocchi like so. You can leave it plain, you can have it diagonal, but that's pretty much how simple it is. Okay, so from this point, we're actually going to put our gnocchi into our boiling water. And we have a very massive pot of boiling water. So just gently place your gnocchi in. We're going to salt our water. So for me, I like my water really salty, like the ocean. But that's one of those things where if you're not super into it, then you can always have half the salt. You can have a lot less. For me, like I usually use about 3 cups for an amount like this. So when the pasta cooks, as it cooks through the water, it's going to absorb a little bit of that seasoning, and then we're going to finish it in our sauce, okay? So, water's bubbling away, gnocchi goes in, and then ideally, it should be about 2.5 to 3 minutes. The gnocchi will start to come to the top, and then it'll be cooked. While your gnocchi is cooking, we're going to take our trapanese, little tomato pesto. So I'm only going to put a little bit in the pan today because I'm only making a smaller batch, but if you guys want to do the whole amount, I would suggest using a larger pan, just because something this size, it'll be overcrowded and you risk damaging the gnocchi when you toss it. Okay? So, I'm going to take a little bit of pasta water just to loosen up our pesto. Going to apply the tiniest amount of heat, but when we toss our gnocchi into the trapanese, it's going to be off the heat. That way we don't have anything stick to the pan. Also, throughout the process, you guys can taste your sauce. Make sure you taste your water, taste your gnocchi, making sure that everything's nicely seasoned to where you like it. Obviously, as a chef, I enjoy things to the edge kind of well seasoned, but I know that a lot of people tend to have things a little less seasoned than I do. And that's what we try to do at the restaurant, so we make sure that you're enjoying yourself, but you're not having something that you're always trying. It's too seasoned, it's too rich. So our pan is bubbling just a little bit off the heat. Our gnocchi is all floating around. We're going to carefully take our gnocchi out of the water. A little bit more pasta water. Just give it a gentle toss. And at this stage you want to take some mint. Just rip it up into random pieces. We're going to sprinkle it all in, toss it, then we're going to come over and we're going to plate it. We'll finish it with a little bit of ricotta salata, which is salted ricotta cheese and olive oil, and that's it. You guys can enjoy it. It's a dish. Enjoy.